that's how I know I'm doing the right thing, because it makes me so emotional. We're talking about, let's talk about Sephora Squad. The update on my hysterectomy, where I am, how I feel, what's going on. Hey ladies, what is up? I feel like I have not sat in front of this camera and did a makeup video in a minute. We're gonna just do everything from start to finish and just have good conversation. We're gonna talk about some things, some updates with me, and yeah. I want to do a couple of videos. I gotta update you guys on my 6-month mark for my hysterectomy, or different. It's so much we need to talk about. So let's just get into it. I'm not gonna update you on the hysterectomy, but we're gonna just talk. But overall, how are you guys doing? Today is a podcast day for me, so I'm going to record a couple of podcast episodes. My goal is to do 4. My episodes, they range between 15 to 30 minutes, roughly, depending on how much jabber I do. I outline my podcast to make sure I stay on topic. I'm trying to be a good girl and do my makeup and talk at the same time. I want to put my hands down and just look and just talk, but I'm trying to be a good girl. And I'm going to do my makeup. I cannot find my NYX pencil to save my life. I do have a new one, but I want to use what I got. And I have an Anastasia pencil that I need to test out. But yeah, so let's just start with the podcast. Podcast is having a ball. I am thoroughly enjoying it. And if you are not hanging out with me and all the other good ladies, come on over to the podcast. If you like YouTube style videos, I do have the video, I guess, style of the podcast. We just pretty much listening to me, you know, talk. I'm talking about things. That's how I'm talking now. That's just how it is over on the podcast. But I just have my mic that's taking the audio for me to share it to the streaming platforms. Because the way you kind of catch the audio, let me tell you something. I learned so much when it comes to podcasts. I've learned so much. I never thought that, one, I would like it. Fun fact, how I started my podcast, Keita, and I don't even think she knows this. We had the conversation when we met last year, this same time. And it's so funny, we're gonna meet up again, roughly around the same time that we actually met. It's like we doing this once a year thing. I'm here for it. But Keita is the one who told me to do the podcast. She did. And boy, oh boy, oh boy, best thing ever. Best thing ever. I was nervous because I felt like, just because I can have the conversation with you ladies and do it, you know, on YouTube. That's my comfort zone, but actually doing it and putting it out on multiple streaming platforms. You know, you have Spotify, iTunes, you know, you have Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Pandora, and there's so Twitch or Stitch. It's so many, you know. It's like you hit the button and it goes. It's like the RSS feed is RSSing, okay? I did not know that it worked like this. Is it the same game like YouTube or Instagram, or social media, I should say? If you're gonna throw in Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok, you have to stay on top of it. You have to stay current. You know, you have to keep it going. But the difference to me is, I feel like it's less pressure. And you might say, Kelly, but you still, if you're doing YouTube, you know, you still have to have your audience. You have to still keep up with doing your content, getting it out. So I just feel like it's just less. It's just easier, and I feel like it's zen for me. Let me tell you something. The way this, remember I was talking about this room. Let's get back. So you probably see I'm in like a different little angle right now. And I was contemplating about how I want to do this room. I did my little shelf. I got it kind of neat now, because we had a whole bunch of stuff going on over here. But it's neat. You know, over here I got my books. I got a neat over here. This room is multi-purpose. And I had to figure it out. I had to stop being so stubborn. Like, I had to just stop. And I finally figured I had to use this room as like a studio. And I have 4 corners. And I had to utilize all my corners. Every corner is something. One corner is where I work my 9 to 5. One corner is for podcasts. This corner right here is for beauty. And this corner is here for my books. Non-negotiable. Books and then my clothes. But podcasting has definitely brought me so much peace. It has brought me so much joy. I've been able to not only share my own experiences, where I am and how, you know, life has brought me, but I'm also able to relate to other women who may felt like they're by themselves. And then guess what? We're all in the same boat. So how we gonna get through whatever we going through? We're gonna talk about it, exchange thoughts, exchange opinions, and implement things, take some things out. And I feel like me doing this podcast is, like, again, not only helping me, it's helping other women. And it's really, really a beautiful thing. I'm not just gonna say because I'm going to say we, because it's a collective. I may be the one behind the camera or the voice behind the podcast, but at the end of the day, it has brought us some opportunities. And this weekend, I have the opportunity to work on something here local, here in North Carolina, and I'm grateful. And it's all because of my podcast. And I was afraid at one point to have the conversations about mental health and therapy. Like, talking about it now, my throat is getting like choked up, because it's like, it's real. It is so real. And sometimes you get caught up in generational stuff and you like, you know, keep it to yourself, keep it to yourself. We are human. We all go through things and we all process things differently. And it's so funny, like over the weekend, I was like talking with my cousins and I had made a comment. Look at me, one of my mom had not done my brows yet, and we are 7 minutes in. And you know, one of my cousins had mentioned, like, you know, she didn't really want to hear certain things about, you know, certain people, because the way she held them up to a pedestal. And you know, I'm gonna use the word hierarchy, or I should say the word matriarch, you know, in the family. And I said, see, that's the problem we got now. That's generational trauma. That's how you keep generational trauma standing still. And one of my cousins, like, he would be like a second cousin to me. He was like, high five, cuz that's what I'm talking about. We trying to get rid of that generational trauma. And it just felt so good, because when you still respecting your elders and you still respecting the matriarchs of the family, you know, nobody's disrespecting, but sometimes you just sit back and you hold on to everything that somebody else did and somebody else did and somebody else did. I know if my great aunt was still living, her name, we could call her aunt sister, we would be so in tune, because even though she still had her ways, but she knew how to keep up with what was going on during the times. It was just different. Now my grandfather, that probably was a different story, but man, I tell you. But I get so overwhelmed, but a good overwhelm, and I feel so full, a good full, knowing that I really feel, and I'm not saying that, you know, iamKeliB, we right here, we gonna always be. iamKeliB will always be, because this is where it all started. But I do feel like through the years of me pushing and pushing and pushing, I really found my groove, you know. And a groove success, accomplishment means different to everyone. It means different to everyone. And when I say I found my groove, I really feel like my podcast is my groove. You know how you sit and say, what's my purpose, what's this, what's that, like, you know, I haven't found my jam yet. And people will sit and say, Kelly, I really feel like you love to talk about makeup. your makeup is, you talk, you bright, you this, you that, you having a good time. But let me tell you something, when it's time for me to talk about my podcast and we just jiving and we just getting it, I feel so good. And I'm sitting here looking at this little view that I got going on, how clear it is. I may need to do this view for the podcast. But no, I have my corner, I have to stick to it. Well, you know, I might change, who knows, I might make this the podcast this view is good. I mean, it's crisp, it's clear, and I'm using natural lighting. Kelly, get back to these brows. And we 10 minutes in. And we ain't gotta edit nothing out. We doing good. But yeah, the podcast is doing so well. My hosting platform that I use, I'm very pleased with it. Right now, I am very fortunate that I'm using the free version, because you know everything comes with a free version. And I do feel, if all goes well, by the top of the year, I'll probably will have to invest a little bit more into the podcast. And I'm very fortunate and I'm grateful that I have a lot of tools that I'm using for the podcast that is free. You know, I've learned how to, before, this is, you know, talking for those of you who may want to start a podcast, you know, in the near future or in the far future. I was using everything free. Like, I have a MacBook, so I'm using GarageBand to take in my audio. I use all my cameras that I have to capture video. But now I don't even use GarageBand anymore. I use my camera. I'm able to hook my mic up to my camera and I just power my mic through my computer. I've learned so much. One thing about me, I will deep dive into something. I will look it up. If I look it up via Google, or I will watch 1,000 YouTube videos to figure out what I need to get what I want. I will do it. And I know, you know, we all are different, but that's something that I like research. And I guess it's a part of like my day job, you know, being an accountant, being an analyst, you know, you have to really do some digging and your research. So I've definitely picked that up. And I think I picked it up more so once I got into grad school, because I had to do a lot of research and do a lot of papers and stuff, you know. Even though my background is in accounting, I still had other classes that I took that required me to do a lot of research and analysis and whatnot. So yeah, these brows are gonna be strong. You see that? That brow is too strong, but we're gonna have to blend her out. We're gonna have to blend her out. So yeah, I just wanted to, you know, let you guys know. And I also want to say thank you to each and every one of you who listen to the podcast, if it's via audio or if it's video. And I do have it on a YouTube channel to where, you know, if you're in your car or if you're at the gym and you just want to listen to like the playlist of all the podcast episodes. And one thing I try to do is kind of keep the playlist going, you know. So it's like, you know, if you're in the gym for an hour and you just want to like rock out on your treadmill and you just want to listen, they're like 15-minute, 30-minute episodes. They're not too long. I try to keep it a little engaging to where, you know, you still hear me. You know, you still hear Kelly. You still hear, you know, the relatable Kelly. And then we're getting into the topic and we're diving in, you know. Because I don't want you to wait for the meat and the potatoes. I want you to get what you came to get and go from there. And also, for those of you who may remember, on the community tab, I asked you about what you wanted to me to cover pretty much on this channel. I said, you know, because here's my masses. You guys here are my masses. So I asked you guys, like, you know, what do you guys want to talk about? If it's starting over at 40, 50, 60, shoot 35, wherever you are in your life. Because, you know, I have my range here, it runs. And I'm appreciative and I thank you for that. That lets me know that not I'm only relatable to my age group. I can go a little bit higher and I can go a little bit lower. So that makes me feel good. So I thank you for that. And you guys just gave me the oomph to be like, okay, Kelly, I know you asked here on this platform, but we're gonna do it over here. And I said, the ladies may give me a little tussle, but I know they're gonna ride with me. They're gonna ride with me. So, in saying all of that, I pretty much did my first episode, and I'm gonna be recording. I recorded three episodes. Only one episode you heard the audio. The other two, the mic was off. And I'm learning, y'all, because I'm doing a new technique, so I'm learning. But I know what I did wrong, and now I'm gonna re-record those episodes so we can have those episodes. And yeah, so the first episode was pretty much reinventing yourself over 40, and that's pretty much in the start and over realm. I'm gonna talk mindfulness. I cannot wait to do that episode. And I have one for aging graceful. So we're gonna have our pillars. We're gonna stay focused, because at the end of the day, I've learned so much over these last 4 years about not only myself, others around me, you know, and me coming from a place where it was like, you know, you don't need therapy, work on it on your own, talk to it with your family, you know, what happens in the house stays in the house. And here I am, a 48-year-old woman who has evolved into something amazing. And I just want to share, and I want to also let other women know that, you know, we go through it. Life ain't easy, you know. Nothing's easy, but again, it can be. Control what you can and not what you can't. And that's something that I had to learn, you know. Not worrying about how somebody feel about you, somebody's opinion about you freaking 10, 20 years ago, shoot, for that matter, yesterday, you know. It's okay, you know. It is okay. And understanding that, you know, if someone feels a certain way about you, it got nothing to do with you. That's a them problem, not a you. And it took me a while, because, you know, I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings. And I had to learn the hard way. And look at this here. I done found my brow pencil sitting up underneath all this stuff. I gotta fill in my brows. And all the products that I'm going to use, I'm going to leave one link, because I used to have a bunch of links down. I'm going to leave one link, and when you click on that link, you're going to see the picture of each product, and then you're going to see the name of the product, and then you can click on it, and then you can shop from there if you choose to, but then you can see what it is, because I pretty much kind of the same products over and over again, but I do have new products here and there. But I want to make sure I give you everything in one link. We trying to minimize this as much as we possibly can. So you will see in the description, I'll say product used, one link. Click on that link and everything you need will be there. I'm thinking about categorizing it. I haven't got that far yet, but I'm thinking about like doing eyes, brows, bronzer, face, all the different things, so you know, y'all can jump right in. I think that'd be so seamless. I think that'd be just so beautiful. I'm thinking, y'all. I'm trying to make everything not easy for myself, but easy for you. And as things change, and I'm like, yeah, I'm just something new, I would just say, like, this is something new that I only use once. It's that hard candy lip gloss. If I know it's not there, I'll make sure I'll put it in there. If something I'm not using anymore, I might take it out. Or if it's discontinued, we can't find it no more. But we're gonna have everything up front. Up front. So yeah, and I knocked out 2 combos in one. Look at me. So I'm gonna let me keep things to the side, so I know what to add to the thing for y'all. So yeah, podcast is doing good. I'm really feeling good. I'm happy. I am thoroughly happy. And normally I probably wouldn't put on makeup to do my podcast, because it's just, podcast to me seems a little bit more relaxed. But I want to talk to y'all, so I had to do something. I said, you know, you put some makeup on and I'll do my podcast episodes. And plus, I can bring them podcasts out like this. I can rock podcasts out so quick. I can edit quick. I can push them out quick. I don't want to tell y'all how many podcasts I'm trying to do per week. I'm challenging myself. I'm not going to tell you, because if I don't do it, I don't want nobody saying nothing. I don't want nobody in the comments like, Kelly, you said X, Y, and Z. I ain't even going to do that. Y'all don't do that to me, so I don't know why I'm saying it. Y'all do not do that to me. So let me not even put that out there. But, let me use this what's in front of me. Yeah, y'all don't do that to me. But, yeah, so the podcast is doing well. I am thoroughly, I love how they smell. Not for nothing. This is definitely giving like mahogany teak wood, for those of you who know that candle. This is giving very like masculine. It smells really, really good. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. I'm growing my hair out a little bit, y'all. I got a low fade this time. I didn't get a high one. I want my top to be darker, and I'm coming to realize the more I'm letting my hair grow out, I can see my grays now. So that's kind of interesting. Embracing that, you know. So that's definitely nice to see. Definitely nice. For foundation, I'm going to be using my brows look pretty good. They definitely a little bit on the darker side. You know, definitely giving fall activity. Yeah, see? They're definitely dark. I like my brows to be like a little bit dark but light. This is definitely giving, you know. Whatever. So I'm going to be using my Urban Decay face bond, y'all. I love this. This is 32, 33. So I think I was using 32 and 35. This stuff is good. I like to like shake it up a little bit. I've been having the opportunity to work really close with L'Oreal. You guys know I've been showing you guys a lot of L'Oreal stuff. Like, I have a lot of L'Oreal, and I'm so grateful to work with them. I have another opportunity to be working with. It won't be on the channel. It'll be something done like a UCG type situation. And ladies, if you're in anything that you like to do, I can't even get this open. Anything you like to do, just do it. Like, I know what I'm built for, and I know what I can do, and I know what I can't do. Makeup is definitely fun for me. I'm not gonna sit and say it's not fun. I entered the Sephora Squad, so you guys know I do like makeup. I've been doing makeup since I started. And if you have not yet, let's get into that. Hold on. Well, let's stop. I'm about to go too far. If it's anything that you want to do, just do it. I don't care what it is. You know, we all have our own gender we like to do. If it's anything you want to do, just do it. But let's get into, we talked about the podcast. Podcast is doing good. We've been getting into something else. I done got sidetracked. Oh, working with L'Oreal. It's so funny. L'Oreal has given me an amazing opportunity, and I just want to thank them. You know, like, just working with them, and a lot of things y'all don't even see it. Y'all don't. But it's I can't even put it in words. I just want to say thank you to them. They found me some way somehow. So if they happen to see this video, thank you, L'Oreal. I truly appreciate you. truly appreciate you. So moving on, since we're talking about makeup, let's talk about Sephora Squad. I applied. I know I mentioned it to you guys in some of my videos, but you can still go ahead and vote. I'll leave a link down below. Well, not really vote. It's pretty much like leave your testimonial. Let them know how, you know, how you like watching me, or we relate in some way, shape, or form. You know, we hit on like hysterectomies. We talk about beauty. We talk about life. We talk about mental health. We talk about this being a woman over 40, this age, and all the things. And why I would be a good fit in the Sephora Squad, representing us women over 40. You know what I mean? Because it's gonna be so many different women. You got women in their 20s, women in their 30s. You got women in their 40s, their 50s, their 60s, and so forth and so on, 70s. So at the end of the day, it's, you know, it's room for everybody, you know. But, you know, I would like for you to leave a testimony and let the good folks at Sephora know, you know, Kelly is our girl, and we want to see her. We want to see her. We want her to represent for us. And yeah, I'm excited. I've got quite a bit of testimony, so I want to say thank you. I truly, truly appreciate y'all. Like, you know, I just want to say thank you. Thank you. I'm thankful, and I thank you for supporting me. Why my brush getting ready to break? I really, really I really appreciate you guys. I really do. I don't know what more I'll possibly have to like. I really just want to show my gratitude. I'm trying to look. This is coral. Let me put this one. This had a little highlight in it. I've been doing my highlight first, y'all. This L'Oreal one. This is L'Oreal Lumi. I did like a TikTok. I did a short, I think. Or I might have did a Instagram. Something. Starting to ramble now. Trying to get my thoughts together. But no, I just appreciate you guys. I really do. I really, really do. I just appreciate you guys. I don't know what to say. But that. I just appreciate you, and we're just gonna keep this little train going and go from there. And if you're not following me on the podcast, I'm gonna leave a link down below. Hang out on the podcast, the video podcast. So if you like YouTube, you like watching, you know, videos that you just be chit-chatting and whatnot, having good dialogue, go on over there and hang out with your girl. And this blush is very, very light, and you probably looking like, Kelly, it's giving like more of a highlight, and you'll see that a little bit later. I would put a little bit more on, but I'm not. I'm gonna put my concealer on now. Concealer of choice is gonna be the Fenty. The Fenty. Get my brush. So yeah. So Sephora Squad, I'm excited. I mean, I try my best not to think about it, but sometimes, you know, it'll like escape me, and then before I know it, I'm like thinking about it, and I'm like, ooh, yeah, that's still going on. So your applications, you know, had to be in by a certain time, but you know, people can still leave, you know, testimonials and stuff and whatnot. But we'll see what happens, you know. Just think positive. Don't think negative. Okay. So you see, now you can see like kind of highlight a little bit. You see the little coral tone coming through. I like that. I like that. I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. And see? Pronounce. And I do not have strong features by any means, but I tell you something, with makeup will make it look like I got cheekbones for days, and I do not have strong features. Okay, so what I've been liking, y'all, I gotta put this on my the list for you guys, because this is really, this is that Charlotte Tilbury. This is nice, y'all, but today we're not going to be using that. We're going to be using the Huda Beauty. This here, right here, let me tell you something. I have to stop hoarding my makeup, because I get used to using the same thing over and over again, and then I have all the stuff that I buy, because I do buy makeup. I go to the makeup store. I'll be at Sephora, or I'll be at Ulta. Like this weekend, I'll be at Ulta. I'm going to be picking up some I want to pick up some fall lip colors to show you guys. See what's new, what's out there. Look at this. This here is amazing. It's amazing. Look at this. Now, you gotta be careful with this, because it will have you looking smooth, yes, but you don't want to be looking dry and ashy at the same time. So we're gonna go in with this, and bronze up a little bit. So next thing I want to talk to you guys about, since we're like almost through with our makeup here, is the update on my hysterectomy, where I am, how I feel, what's going on. I've been sharing a little bit as we go, but I am going to I'm gonna do some videos because I have a lot of new ladies that are here. Hey y'all, you guys found me through my hysterectomy videos, and I want to say we're gonna make it through this, y'all. Once it's done and you get through them first 2 weeks, you're good. Now you just gotta cope with the new body. You gotta cope with it, and it's not bad. It's not bad at all. But you go through some things. I'm not gonna lie to you. You go through some things. I'm just gonna go ahead and dust this off. Look at this. We is doing it. Let me tell you something. I love a good simple makeup routine. You know, change the products up, see how they work for you. That's one thing about it. You're gonna have your makeup look, but it's all about seeing how different products work. Some products do kind of mimic each other, and some products are like, whoa. Prime example, like the Fenty products. Whoa. Okay. Whoa. So we're good there. Let's get that over there. What else are we gonna do here? Oh, we'll put a little bit on this on the lid. I said I was gonna try to buy me like a nice eyeshadow palette, like something really neutral that I can utilize. But you guys know how I feel about these bronzer palettes. If it's powder, I can use it in multiple ways. I can't get it out. Use it in multiple ways, and use it as a look. You know, I'm not really too big on shimmer on the eye. That's just for me. Some women it looks beautiful on. I feel like for me, since I have hooded lids, I feel like matte really does better for me. And that's just in my opinion. I could be so wrong. I could be so wrong. So Charlotte Tilbury. Okay, that's just to get the powder off. I need some more of this because I am spraying like I got more somewhere and I don't. That's why I was using this. This is the now this is almost gone. This is the Peach and Lily. It's like a it's called Glass Skin Veil Mist. It's just a hydrate and it's a glow. It's just like glow water, if you will. So I was using this to kind of help out. But I have so many setting sprays. I have this I haven't even tried yet. And I have the watermelon version. Don't even know where that's at. Here it go. You know what? Oh, this smells so good. I'm going to list all this stuff so you guys can have a one-stop shop. So you can have all what you need. Now this here, this Urban Decay. I haven't tried this one yet. I'm gonna link this one too for you, so you will know everything. I'm gonna have setting sprays, and I'm gonna do a skincare one too. We're gonna have it all. It's gonna be in every video moving forward. I ain't playing with you. I ain't playing. So while I tried to put on liner and mascara, and we're gonna use the Fenty. While I tried to put on liner and mascara, we're gonna talk about see, brain fog with the hysterectomy and all the perimenopausal stuff. I'm gonna have a couple of topics about where I am in regards to the hysterectomy, because a lot of you ladies found me through the hysterectomy, and to kind of keep the brand going, you know, all the whole women health thing, and the woman 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 and the beauty, we're gonna keep it all going. So I'm gonna do a short series on where, because I know a lot of women really want to know about the hysterectomy stuff, and I've been following up with my doctors and everything like that. So I have a lot to share, And yeah, that's gonna be that. We're gonna keep the beauty going. We're gonna have the reviews and stuff. I don't know how I'm going with this, but I want to just talk to you. I feel like I haven't talked. Oh my God. So let me just do this real quick. Hold tight. I could talk to you while I put mascara on, so we can do that. So that's pretty much it, y'all. I just wanted to just kind of touch base. I want to let you guys know about the podcast. I would love for you guys to join me over there and support if you can, and hang out. I know some of you, and I say a lot, some of you did definitely say that you don't like podcasts, and that's fine. But I don't want to, you know, I feel like, even though I done looked up and I got scar on my leg, you know, in my defense here, I feel like the way I'm doing it is more so us just having a conversation, like the same way how I'm doing my makeup and we're conversating here. So, but in all reality, we're just having a conversation without makeup. So, if you want to talk about aging graceful, starting over, being mindful, glowing up, reinventing yourself, and just, because we do things different. I mean, yes, you can, you know, when it comes to age and stuff, we have more experience, you know what I mean? I sit back and think about how when I was younger and somebody older may have said something to me and they're like, you don't know, until you get a little bit older. Some things I get now, you know what I mean? I get it because now I'm older, and where'd my little brush go? I'm older, and now I'm getting it, you know? Putting a little highlight on. But I just want you to come hang out with your girl. Lipstick, we're gonna keep it nice and nude. Use my L'Oreal. This is NYX, the pencil. Espresso, you guys already know. You guys already know. This here, this is in, ooh, 105. 105. This here is so nice. Ladies, if you like a good nude like me, 105. 105. I know it's giving donuts right now, but baby, once you blend her out, ain't no donuts no more. You gotta go back in. Okay, we looking nice. I'm gonna put a little gloss on. This is Juvia's Place. Okay. Ooh, gosh, you gonna tone it down. Ooh, I love it. I love a good, nice, clean makeup look. My brows is brown. You know what I noticed? When I use, even though that pencil, the Benefit pencil is a little bit too dark, when I use this pencil, my brows stay up. Like the hairs, they stay up. When I use the NYX pencil, they kind of fall down. Look at there, because normally, if you guys remember, I always use a gel to go on top to kind of have them, you know, stay up. Yeah, they already up. Okay. Yeah, that pencil has something in it where it's making my brows to stay up. To stay up. You hear me? Yeah, but let's spray. I want to use this up because I only have, look like there ain't nothing in here. Look. Yeah, she's done. All that aerosol. She's done. Okay, let's just use this one. I have a lot of work to do today. I have to get I'm doing this video right here, and my goal is to record, look at this, 4 podcasts. So yeah, that's the goal. I do the 2 over and I have to do 2 more. So I'm gonna sit down, record 2, wait a little bit, eat, you know, relax, and then I'm gonna record 2 more. And yeah, I'm really enjoying my podcast. I'm really enjoying it. And I hope you will join me over there. I hope you will. So, I want to say thank you. I appreciate you. And we're going to have some fun. These next 3 months are going to be fun. We're not doing Vlogmas. I'm going to say that now. If I do Vlogmas, it will probably be on the podcast. I will probably do 30 days of something, talking about something in December that can definitely help us come January. Okay, January, February. Yeah. So, I'll leave a little, you know, you ladies over here, you got first dibs. You got first dibs on what say and go over on at the podcast. Even though people on the podcast, I do ask them questions too, but I need y'all to go over there so y'all can set the tone, so they know y'all keep everything in sync. In sync. But we're gonna get that going, and yeah, I really feel like I'm finding my groove, y'all. I'm finding my groove. And I don't want to get emotional. I don't want to get thick. I don't want to get heavy, because that's how I know I'm doing the right thing, because it makes me so emotional. It makes me so emotional. So let's carry on, and I'll see you over at the podcast. And don't forget, leave your good testimony for Sephora Squad. I thank you. I appreciate you. And we're gonna have some fun. Bye, y'all. See you next one.